guys, welcome back to the bench and the channel. I'm sitting here working on a little something. I thought, you know what, I got something I want to show you. A couple things I want to show you guys. And I also wanted to put my 2 cents in on a couple of videos that I've been watching lately. A few of the other guys in our community, like Jason from Blue Ox Model Works, right here, and Matt from Model Car Videos, right there, asked a question about a Holy Grail kit. And what would your Holy Grail kit be? So that got me thinking, what would my Holy Grail kit be? And I figure just something that's going to be either tough to get, whether it's because of price or doesn't make much sense to get because I don't have the room to display it if it's something that's large. And I do have a few kits that I would consider Holy Grail kits. So I thought I'd run them past you. But before I do that, I want to show you guys my latest shop card. This is from Sean, the Scale Model Car Guy channel. Now, this guy is a great builder. He's got a great channel, and I really recommend that you guys watch him. He hosts a few group builds that I've been a part of, at least one of his, and it was fun. He does really good work, and I recommend that you guys really check him out. This is the back of his card. All right, how cool is that? Look at that. Look at that. And he loves his little Sunbeam Tigers. This is very cool. I would say that's probably Get Smart's Sunbeam Tiger with that rocket launcher in the front. And then we have here our Kugelwagen. I think that's what they called it. So he does a little bit of everything. So you guys really should check him out. I watch his videos every chance I get. And he's really good at what he does. So now, before we go into a few stash additions, which I would also count among my Holy Grail videos, my Holy Grail models, I thought to myself, well, what do I not have that I really, really want and I just haven't had a chance to get yet? And the one kit that came to mind, as you guys know, I don't just build cars. I'm also big into anime and sci-fi. And there's one kit which is the Holy Grail of Gundam kits. I'm going to put a picture of it right here. That kit is the most amazing Gundam kit that has ever been made. It's insanely expensive. It's huge, and there are quite a few videos of it on the on YouTube. As a matter of fact, Adam Savage of Mythbusters built one on his channel, which I recommend you watch because this is a guy who really appreciates all the ins and outs, all the intricacies, and what it takes to make a kit like this Gundam. I mean, the thing is just amazing. And it's definitely one of the kits that I would give just about anything to get. And I probably will end up ordering one. It's going to have to come straight from Japan. And I don't think I'm going to be able to say no to that one. I mean, it is, like I said, one of my Holy Grail kits. I mean, there's also not just that one. I also have one other one. This is one that's been popping into my head lately because I built it years ago. I've always wanted to build another one because I never finished it. And I still have it. One of these days I'll pull it out and show it to you because, and the condition it's in, it looks more like a theft recovery than a model kit. And that is the Lotus Esprit from Monogram. It's one of my favorite cars. I've always wanted one of those kits, and I just never had a chance to pick up another one. They are a little pricey now, but it's something that I probably will end up getting, and that is one of my Holy Grail kits. Now, there's a couple of others. I'm just gonna pop them up here real quick. The Meng large scale GT40. I think it's a 1/12 scale. The Revell 1/12 scale Mercedes-Benz 300 SL Gullwing, and the Tamiya 1/12 scale 240 ZX. I have their 1/24 scale version of that kit, but when I saw that they were releasing a 1/12 scale, I flipped out over it, and I have to get it at some point. Now, those are a few of the kits that I would consider my Holy Grail kits, because I just really want them, and I just haven't had a chance to pick them up, mostly because where am I going to put them? These things are huge. You know, I've got some display area, but not a lot. And those 1/12 scale cars are huge. I have a few which I haven't built yet because of the size. And one of my other Holy Grail kits, Monogram released a 1/12 scale Ferrari F40, which I have had in my stash for decades. That is a Holy Grail kit for me because I haven't built it yet. And that's going to be on the channel at some point. You know, I also have a 1/16 scale Ferrari Testarossa, Lamborghini Countach. Those are all kits that I would consider among Holy Grail kits because they're just, you know, just amazing builds. And for me, building a kit has always been more about the journey than the finished result. I like to think that my end results are pretty decent. Maybe not the best in the world, but pretty decent. But it's the path to get there that makes it all worthwhile. As I try to take my kits and get the most out of them that I can by adding all the details, by doing all the research, by learning about the subject matter as much as I can, which adds to the experience for me. And this is why I enjoy scale modeling so much. Take this, for example. This is the chassis of the MPC Pontiac Fiero GT from 1987 and 88. And as you know, if you're watching the channel, I'm working on a 1985 Fiero GT from Monogram. This car, as much as I love them, you never know every detail until you're actually go looking for them. And the gas tank, which is not really as good as the Monogram one. The Monogram one has much better detail. But you have to know the gas tank, you have to find the colors, you have to research, you have to find the information, and that to me is part of the fun. That along with learning about the car. Now I already know about Fieros, as you can tell. You know, big surprise with the name of the channel. But as far as delving into the subject matter, you know, I can tell you a lot about how a Ferrari Testarossa was put together because I researched the real car when I built the model. And as I said, that's part of the journey for me. You know, my Holy Grail kits, or the kits that I really are sought after by me, are the ones that are going to give me that experience, give me that chance to expand my knowledge, to stretch my boundaries. And that Gundam kit, I'm going to put it up here right now because I just think it's a really cool box, and we just got to look at that again. It's going to push the boundaries. I've built Gundams before, never anything like this. And that's really going to push the boundaries of my skills. And that is why it's a Holy Grail kit to me. Most of the kits that I do research and build are at one point or another, they're all Holy Grail kits to me. You know, I have every version of the Fiero that came out. All of those are Holy Grail kits to me because as soon as I found out how many of them there were, I sought them out no matter what it took, I was going to have at least one of each that I could have on display, unopened, and I got them. So, are they Holy Grail kits still because I already have them? Or are they no longer Holy Grail kits once you have them? Actually, that's a good question. That's something that I want you guys to respond to. Once you get your Holy Grail kit, is it still a Holy Grail kit for you? You know, once you build it, is it no longer a Holy Grail kit, or is it something you're going to look back on afterwards and say, you know what, that is still one of my Holy Grail kits? So I want to hear from you guys about that. Tell me what you think a Holy Grail kit is, and once you get it, is it no longer a Holy Grail kit for you? Don't know. But that's my 2 cents on that subject. And let me show you some stash ads. These are really cool. All right, this first one, I have Matt at Model Car Videos to thank for this, as he recently had this on his channel, and as soon as I saw it, I had to have one. So I went right onto eBay. Now, I wouldn't call this a Holy Grail kit because I didn't even know this kit existed when I saw it on his channel. But I went to eBay, sought one out, and it is a really, really cool kit. I'm not sure what age it is. We'll be doing a video on this thing pretty soon. But it's got tons and tons of detail in it. It's got over 150 parts. I'm not really sure when it was made. I've been looking for a date on the box and I don't see it. But we're gonna do a little bit of research on this one. I just thought when I saw him open the box and go into it and show us all the parts, I just thought this was one of the coolest looking cars I've ever seen. You know, and it's gonna go right up there with the rest of my Mercedes-Benz collection. Although I don't know if I'm gonna build this one because I mean this is just so cool. It's complete. I mean even the box is in pretty good shape. It's just 100% there, and I'm kind of torn as to whether I should build it or not. So what do you guys think? Should I or shouldn't I? That's gonna be another one that I want to hear from you guys on. Okay, and then the next stash ad, I went to my hobby shop in Parsippany, New Jersey, Tech Toys, and they had this. They got in a few of these from the owner's personal collection. He decided to put them up for sale, and I had to grab it. This is the special edition USS Enterprise with lights and sound effects. It's got a soundboard in it. It's got lights in it. And this was for the Star Trek's 25th anniversary. This kit has not been available for decades. And as soon as I saw it, I had to grab it. They have a few other ones, which are also rare older kits of the Enterprise, which I may go back and pick them all up. But I had to have this. Again, it's another one that it's vintage, it's rare. Should I build it or shouldn't I build it? I mean, look at this thing. It's got a microchip and speaker for phaser and photon torpedo sounds, wiring and LEDs for lighting, and a new base to contain wiring, switches, speakers, and 4 AA batteries. This is amazing. And considering Star Trek just celebrated their 50th anniversary, 25th, that was a while ago. Or was it the 40th anniversary? 40th, 50th anniversary. No, it was 50th. It was 50th. So, there you have it, guys. These are the new stash editions. 2 vintage kits, which this one I didn't even know existed. This one I did, but I was never able to get one. So I guess this one would be a Holy Grail kit. This one, maybe, maybe not. But I'm glad I got it. So, Now the decision is, do I build them? So there you go. You guys have 2 questions to answer. So do your homework and let me know what you think. Otherwise, this is all we've been up to so far. We have both Fieros painted, had clear coat on this one today. This one got its paint today. And the projects are in the works. Alright guys, that's going to be it for this video. And I will see you on the next one.